A study made by Albert Einstein College of Medicine showing that each additional 4 inches of height increases the risk of all types of cancer by 13% in tall people, while short people are more prone to develop heart disease and diabetes. So the question is, who actually lives longer? In this video we will take a look at the upside of being tall, the downside of being tall, the upside of being short, and believe it or not there are many, and finally the downside of being short. Let's begin with the upside of being tall. Study after study has found that taller men and women are generally considered more attractive. However, a tall woman does not seem to enjoy the same advantages in the dating game compared to a tall man, as it is unattractive for a tall woman to be together with a short man, so her choices will be kind of limited. You only need to look at the basketball court or the racetrack to realize that longer legs are an advantage across many events, especially in sports. Longer limbs can cover the ground faster and they can reach further. This is especially valuable in American football, where taller players are able to look over the heads of their competitors, making it easier to pass the ball. A British study compared multiple persons within the same gender that had different heights, like these two beautiful ladies that you see in front of you. The woman on the left, who is 5'8" or 176 centimeters, is 28% less likely to develop heart disease than the one on the right, who is 5'3" or 160 centimeters. In fact, for every 2.5 inches taller you are than someone else of the same gender, the researchers found that your risk of heart disease diminishes by about 14%. While being tall does not give you a free pass to smoke and eating junk food, it offers some protection. What about the downside of being tall? Well, just by observing these two individuals, we can clearly say that they have more cells in their body compared to short people. Research showed that the taller you are, the more cells you have in your body. Therefore, the probability of one cell undergoing mutation that could cause cancer is higher in taller people. Height is associated with greater risk for most kinds of cancer, being breast and ovarian cancer in tall females, while aggressive prostate cancer in tall males. Long legs. Great if you're a model, not so great if you're unable to move your leg muscles frequently to prevent blood clots, such as in wearing a cast recovering from a fracture, like this poor guy. According to a study from the University of Tromsø in Norway, blood must be pumped a longer distance in taller people, which may lead to reduced flow and piling up of blood, leading to clot formation. Another study found that taller men who are above 185 centimeters were almost 3 times more likely to develop venous thromboembolism than short men. Venous thromboembolism, or VTE, is a disease in which clots develop in the venous system, especially in the lower limbs, like this poor tall guy that you see on the left. Interestingly, men who were both tall and obese were more than 5 times as likely to develop this disease. Now let's look at the upside of being short. Believe it or not, a smaller body can be a bonus. It takes less time for a nerve impulse to travel the length of their brains to their limbs, meaning that the reaction time should be a lot quicker. Two good examples of such are Jackie Chan, who reaches 174 centimeters, and Lionel Messi, who reaches around 170 centimeters. Did you know that Japan has the oldest life expectancy in the world? Men live on average 80 years old, while women live on average 86 years old. What in the world causes Japanese people to live so long? Well, beside their diet, which is full of fish, rice, tea and soy, and their lifestyle, which involves a lot of walking, and bicycling to almost anywhere they travel to, they are indeed also short, which could explain the increased life expectancy. And finally, the downside of being short. Statistics have showed that shorter men do less well in the dating game compared to tall men, so they end up more being alone and seeking love compared to tall men. A study at the City University of New York that looked at more than 220,000 pregnancies found that moms-to-be who are 5'6" are 18 to 60% less likely to develop gestational diabetes, that is diabetes occurring during pregnancy, than those who are 5'2". They are not sure why, but they speculate that the genes related to height also have an effect on their glucose tolerance. So to summarize and to answer the question of this video, statistics have showed that shorter people do live longer based on height compared to taller people. However, height is a minor contribution to the life expectancy. Parameters such as lifestyle, diet, physical activity, and genetics indeed play a more major role in terms of the life duration. Special thanks to my kind friend Kalawan Gamer for suggesting this topic for me. I highly recommend you to check her out if you are into gaming. I will leave the link to her YouTube channel down in the description, as she's a brilliant gamer, and subscribe for more cartoon videos.